How did you use media technologies in the research and planning, construction, and evaluation stages? So throughout the whole of the research and planning phase, Google was our best friend. Google helped with the researching and it helped us find facts on other films that we were researching. We used Google Docs and slides, so it was a great platform for us to use so we could collaborate in real time without being physically with each other. It allowed us to work very efficiently and able to make amendments to others' works without getting in the way of each other, etc. Google Forms was another thing we used in research and planning. We used Google Forms to conduct questionnaires and surveys. So we used Google Forms when we were trying to decide the name of the film. We had names like Psychosis and like a lot more I don't really remember. We ended up with Living for Death because that is what our target audience chose. We use more mediums in research and planning other than Google. So we used Prezi, or I used Prezi. It was a more interesting and engaging way to present some of the work and findings that I had. Photoshop, when it comes to the logos, it was a great platform to be able to present our ideas easily. It also allowed for the editing of the photos that we had downloaded from Google and the photos we had taken. SoundCloud, it has lots of different collaborators, lots of different profiles on it. So there's always a bunch of soundtracks and sound samples that are free to use and you can easily download them. YouTube was quintessential in research and planning. For researching film trailers and analyzing and deconstructing film trailers and really looking into depth, it was that is how we saw all of them. Without it, we wouldn't be able to research them. And it was a great medium to upload the vlog material. The interface is really easy to use and is really user friendly. So throughout the the construction phase, I used a variety of technologies. One of them being Final Cut Pro. So Final Cut Pro, like I used in research and planning, was mainly used for the editing. It really did help me. I also used Photoshop quite a lot. Photoshop was used for the fonts, it was used for the poster, the magazine. Most of the images that are shown in my construction phase were edited on Photoshop, and that was a really crucial part of my ancillary tasks. I also used YouTube a lot. YouTube was great because I was able to look at tutorials online for editing techniques, etc. Especially when it came to Photoshop, the two technologies kind of linked. So I kind of used YouTube to find Photoshop tutorials on how to help me out in specific areas. So I also used SoundCloud. SoundCloud was for the sound sampling of the soundtrack of the film trailer. I also used GarageBand. GarageBand was really great for editing the audio of the soundtrack. When getting audience feedback, I wasn't only using a person-to-person kind of interaction. I also used email. So with the YouTube links, I was able to send out the film trailer to other people and I kind of got their feedback from it. And yeah. In the construction phase, I also used a camera, this camera right here actually. This is a Nikon D800. I also use this alongside a Rode microphone. This was to help capture all the footage, and then the Rode microphone was to help pick up all the audio. But in the end, none of it was used because of the soundtrack. For the evaluation stage of my media year, the technology mainly was a camera. So this is how everything's filmed, especially this kind of video evaluation thing that's going on right now. This is uploaded onto YouTube, edited on Final Cut Pro by myself. So yeah, that's pretty much how this is done. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Thanks for reviewing my stuff. I'm out. Peace.